In this video, we will discuss the 5 worst symptoms of kidney disease and, more importantly, how you can eliminate them naturally. We will also explore how to cut proteinuria in half with just one pill. 7 signs your kidneys are getting better. How to reduce swelling. How to lower protein in urine. How to stop nighttime urination. Today, I will share powerful natural ways to address each of these issues. But today, we are not just masking symptoms, we are treating the root cause naturally and effectively. The best part is that when you start seeing improvements in these symptoms, it's a sign that your kidneys are truly healing. So, are you ready to feel the change? Number 5. Proteinuria. Let's start with proteinuria because I know many people are worried about this symptom. Proteinuria is both a sign of kidney damage and a predictor of kidney function. That's why when people tell me, "My urine looks foamy," I say, go get it checked. Seriously, if you have any doubts, get a basic metabolic panel and possibly an ACR test. It's always better to know you have a problem than to guess. I mean, ignorance may be bliss, as they say, and that might work in some areas of life, but it certainly doesn't when it comes to serious health issues. But what if you already know your proteinuria levels are too high? Let's see how to cut proteinuria in half. There are a few things that really help with this issue. The first is vitamin D. Look, this vitamin is essential. When doctors try to save money by giving you cheap vitamin D, like ergocalciferol or the bargain bin version of vitamin D, meaning vitamin D2, for CKD patients in 2024, you have to wonder, where did this doctor get their degree? Costco? I've seen vitamin D2 prescribed for many stage 4 and 5 CKD patients, and it really makes me question, when did saving a few bucks become more important than saving lives? When it comes to vitamin D, you need the good stuff. We're talking about prescription calcitriol, the active form, the one that actually works for CKD patients, not the cheap vitamin sitting next to the 2-for-1 Doritos deal at your local grocery store. Yes, you need a real prescription that actually does what you're paying for. I know, it's shocking to expect a prescription to actually work. By the way, in a recent randomized controlled trial, kidney disease patients taking 2 micrograms of paracalcitol, a form of vitamin D, saw a significant 34% reduction in protein levels. If arguing with your doctor, or worse, your insurance company, sounds annoying, just remember, you only have 2 kidneys. It's not like kidneys can grow back, and finding a third one from someone else? These days, that's harder than finding a doctor who isn't secretly Googling your symptoms. I also have another recommendation for proteinuria. Some prescription medications can really help with proteinuria. I'm talking about drugs like phentermine, but also common ACE inhibitors and ARBs. I know I've often said these medications can be dangerous. While for stage 4 or 5 patients, taking these drugs can just put an extra burden on the kidneys without really helping, for stage 2 or 3 patients who only have proteinuria to worry about, these medications could help slow disease progression for years. In a large study, phentermine was able to reduce proteinuria levels by over 40% in CKD patients. The bottom line here is, there's no one-size-fits-all treatment for kidney disease. Make sure your nephrologist and primary care doctor know what they're doing. Number 4. Swelling in the legs and nighttime urination. We're going to tackle 2 symptoms of kidney disease, swelling in the legs and nighttime urination. There are effective natural remedies for both of these issues. As promised, we'll explore natural treatments this time, not just medications. Even natural remedies can come in pill form. I'm not here to philosophize about what's natural and what's not. I'm here to analyze nocturia, a fancy term for needing to urinate at night, and edema, which means swelling in the legs due to gravity. But why am I grouping these two together? Because they share the same cause, fluid retention. That's right, your body is holding on to excess water. You see, reduced kidney function means the kidneys struggle to remove enough fluid and sodium from the body. Due to gravity, this excess fluid accumulates mainly in the legs and ankles, making you look like the Michelin Man by the end of the day. When you lie down at night, that fluid decides it's time to return to the rest of your body. Why? Gravity. Your kidneys, which apparently set an alarm for 1 a.m., suddenly remember they have a job to do. Now it's 3 a.m., and instead of dreaming about tropical vacations, you're stumbling to the bathroom for the 4th time. So how do we stop gravity from making you spend your night in the bathroom? Number 4. Natural diuretics. There are natural diuretics that can help. First, I recommend eating foods with diuretic properties. These include asparagus, ginger, onions, celery, and arugula, great for your health and beneficial for kidney function overall. We can also take advantage of some diuretic herbs. One of my favorites is dandelion. Its leaves can be eaten in salads or brewed into tea for a diuretic effect. These help your filtering organs work more efficiently. If you want to reduce nighttime urination, try wearing compression socks. These special socks improve circulation in the legs by applying gentle pressure. Another tip many patients find helpful is elevating their legs throughout the day, especially in the afternoon and before bed. Doing this for at least an hour daily helps move excess fluid from the legs to the kidneys, where it can be excreted. Remember, the best way to manage fluid retention is to treat its root cause, so be mindful of your salt intake. Increase your water consumption, especially in the morning and afternoon, but not right before bed. And most importantly, move more. Believe me when I say the closest thing to a cure-all is regular exercise. When your body moves, so does fluid, making it easier for your heart to return it to your kidneys. Number 3. Constipation and high potassium levels. Let's talk about a problem that being stuck in space would only make worse. No, it's not running out of oxygen, though you might wish it was. Constipation and high potassium levels. Yes, we're discussing bowel movements and potassium overload. Now, do kidney patients have regular bowel movements? And when I tell them I'm asking about their bowel habits because I'm genuinely concerned about their heart, well, that really puts things into perspective. Nothing says heart health like a discussion about going to the bathroom. But let me explain. We now know that constipation is far more dangerous for kidney patients than most people realize. Kidney disease is often linked to changes in gut microbiota, known as dysbiosis. This is a problem because the gut helps remove the same toxins that the kidneys are responsible for eliminating, such as phosphorus, creatinine, and potassium. This means that when constipation occurs, kidney patients experience more symptoms and lose kidney function at a faster rate. If you're backed up, your kidneys will feel it. More toxins mean your kidneys have to work harder, leading to faster kidney damage. And if talking about your bowel movements with one doctor isn't fun enough, don't worry, you'll have to repeat that conversation with several specialists. Speaking of bananas, I still see people saying I shouldn't recommend them or avocados because they contain potassium. In 2024, are we still treating potassium like it's Voldemort? So now you understand why, when I see high potassium levels, I ask about your bowel movements. Because potassium levels tell me more about your health than you might think. And fortunately, most CKD patients are being monitored for potassium. In summary, having high potassium and constipation usually means you're losing kidney function at a faster than normal rate. So the question is, are there completely natural ways to fix this problem and support the kidneys? When it comes to constipation, the first thing you want to ensure is proper hydration. Without enough water, nothing is moving down there. Alright, next, I also recommend increasing fiber intake. Some patients are still being told to avoid fruits and vegetables when their potassium levels are high, which is just nonsense. Avoiding fiber? That's a recipe for making things worse. On the other hand, eating fiber-rich fruits and vegetables, especially those with soluble fiber, can actually help. Think of foods like figs, sweet potatoes, apricots, strawberries, pears, and berries. Remember, most fiber in fruits and vegetables is found in the skin, so don't even think about peeling them. Those skins are like an extra boost of fiber, especially if you want to beat constipation like a pro. And don't forget the fiber heroes, oats and prunes. Start your day with a bowl of oatmeal and toss in some prunes for good measure. Fiber supplements like psyllium husk can also work wonders, but there's one key thing you must drink with them: enough water. Number 2. Nausea. Since we've already taken a deep dive into the gut, let's tackle the next kidney disease symptom: nausea. That dreadful feeling that turns every meal into a high-stakes gamble. Will I keep this down, or will it make a quick and unglamorous exit? Nausea is another symptom that can significantly impact the health and quality of life of someone with kidney disease. Have you ever heard of malnutrition or protein energy wasting? Those are fancy ways of saying you're losing too much muscle mass. And by the way, that's what most people fear when they think about cutting back on protein. Here's the news: it's not a low-protein diet that causes malnutrition, it's the fact that patients can't eat enough food. So yes, losing weight because you can't eat is not exactly the body goal anyone wants to achieve. Pro tip: vomiting your way to a size 0 is not how this works, folks. So, if your stomach is in full rebellion, here's my first suggestion: try ginger. This ancient spice has been calming stomachs since humans figured out that eating raw mammoth meat wasn't the best idea. Ginger is nature's anti-nausea pill, no pharmacy lines, no side effects, of course. Ginger is incredibly powerful when it comes to nausea. It should always be tried before turning to pharmaceutical interventions. So, try cutting a small piece, about ½ an inch, and just eat it. No need to be exact, just don't overdo it, as too much ginger might cause heartburn. But in many cases, a small piece is all it takes to feel less nauseous. It works even when nausea is caused by CKD. If chewing ginger feels like a punishment, don't worry, you've got options. There are ginger supplements, ginger tea, or you can even sprinkle it on your food like you're seasoning away the misery. Ginger has a ton of health benefits, so I recommend adding it to your diet even if you're not dealing with nausea. Ginger is also a powerful anti-inflammatory. It can help with kidney disease-related inflammation. Keep some fresh ginger in your kitchen at all times. Of course, always consult your doctor. There are medications that can help with nausea. Number 1. Fatigue. Now, on to number 1, extreme fatigue. That relentless exhaustion. This is one of the most common symptoms of kidney disease, right up there with swelling and those endless nighttime bathroom trips. Fatigue is so common that if you don't have it, you might be some kind of anomaly scientists should study. But don't ignore fatigue just because it's common. If you're dragging through life like a zombie, and not just because you stayed up too late, it could be due to anemia. In fact, for many patients, fatigue is one of the first warning signs of dangerous CKD complications. Here's the key point: anemia is extremely common in CKD patients, yet many go without testing, without iron, without treatment. It's like they've hit the skip button on a kidney alarm, hoping the problem will just disappear. Newsflash: ignoring anemia doesn't make it go away. This is extremely dangerous. Anemia isn't just the leading cause of fatigue in CKD patients, it also damages the kidneys. That's right, anemia can make your CKD worse, fast. But here's the good news: you can do something about it. The first step? Get informed. Recently, I did an in-depth investigation on how you can fight anemia and other serious CKD complications. Your health is in your hands. Take action now, go out there and fight for your kidneys because they deserve to be saved. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and God bless you. Goodbye.